Honestly, I did not know that you were starting. I'm glad I didn't.
Oh God, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm not wrong.
you're not wrong. Maybe maybe
Like
another.
adults end up being the same as
We'll
yeah,
have maybe that's another conversation for another day, another podcast. Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
welcome to a brand new episode of On It. We are here. You got me. You got Devin. We do have a third on their way soon. That's why I'm checking. I'm checking my phone, seeing what
Not
we
a
got going
child.
on.
None of us are pregnant.
No, not yeah, no, like not nine
You said
months,
on the way.
like 9 minutes, maybe not like 9 months. But
Oh,
we do got some stuff to talk about, Devin. We obviously got the Thursday night football game. We got
yeah.
some college football that we got coming
Which
up.
it sucks. Brandon's not on for this episode.
It sucks that Brandon's not on this episode because when an NBA topic is good enough to talk about during the off season, an NBA topic is good enough to be talked about during the offseason. And we got one hell of an
Yeah,
NBA topic to talk about. And I definitely wanted Mr. Heat fan to be on to talk about that. But sadly.
and the Packers game
Oh, and the and the Packers.
because
Oh
there's a
my.
lot.
Oh, I didn't even think of the Packers game. I'm just thinking of how bro didn't get Dame, but no.
I was only thinking about the Packers. I was not thinking about basketball.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of how the Heat, the Heat are screwed now, but yeah, no, Packers.
Well, he'd been screwed, but
No, if they got Dame, it was going to be a whole nother conversation. Obviously,
for
it was
sure.
gonna be, it was gonna be something crazy. But we don't get to have that conversation anymore. And we get to predict.
No.
We get to predict Week 4 games, and I guess some trivia when we get our third on here. But
Yes.
first things first, Devin. I guess we got to talk this Thursday night football game. Detroit versus Green Bay.
Yeah.
34-20. Me and you picked Detroit. Brandon picked Green Bay.
Brandon picked Green Bay. Of course he did. I thought I guess that makes sense. He definitely did.
I talked to Brandon a little bit before the game, and I mean, like obviously he was like, no, I'm going with the Packers, but like,
sure.
I don't really remember like having a conversation like about how confident he was or what how he let him go down because
I mean, I bet he felt confident the Lions coming off of a loss.
I mean, I've had my doubts with Detroit since the beginning, since their Week 1 win.
For sure.
Because I mean, people, and I think people have accepted by now that that win was pretty fluky.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's definitely fluky. If you're going to catch the Chiefs, catch them in the first 2 weeks.
Well, no. If you're gonna catch the Chiefs, catch them when they can't catch at all.
Well, when one guy can't catch.
But that's what I'm saying. When you got one guy who gets let's say drops 5 wide open targets, that's gonna change.
Causes an interception.
It's gonna change the game dramatically.
100%.
So it's like if
had that not happened, they would have easily won that game. But those did happen.
But like I was saying, I've had my doubts on Detroit. Like last episode, I said the NFC North was wide open, and I thought this game.
It is.
I thought this game was going to be closer, though, Devin. I can't lie to you.
This game was not close for actually a second. It wasn't close at all.
The Packers made it close for like one, like it was like 17 to 20. Like it was, what was it? It was
24 to.
They had at some point. I remember when I was watching the game. Let me see. It was 20.
It may have been 24-20.
It was 27-17.
Oh yeah, then never.
So like okay, so going into this, so all right, plain and simple. This game started out. Goff throws a pick. Green Bay goes up 3-0. Lions score. Packers punt. Lions score. Packers punt. Lions get a field goal. Packers throw a pick. Touchdown Detroit. Packers punt. Packers punt again. 27-3 at half.
27-3. Yeah, that's when it was like, yeah, you can come back, but you're not gonna.
Green Bay comes in hot. They get 8 points on their opening drive. Detroit punt. Green Bay gets the ball back again. They fail in the 2-point conversion. It's 27-17. Fourth quarter, 34-17. Detroit touchdown. Green Bay throws another interception, and then
that's
closed the game out. But Jared Goff, I mean, I didn't dislike what I saw. I didn't love it.
No,
I didn't. I wasn't.
He played well enough, but
good.
Montgomery had a crazy game. 121
and Aaron had a terrible game.
Well, from what I'm reading here, they decided not to run the football. 5 carries from Aaron Jones, 5 carries from A.J. Dillon.
Well, no. They fell behind really fast and had no choice but to throw the football.
That is fair.
So I mean,
But yeah,
they fell
a
behind.
total
Like I
of
said, it was at some point 17-3, 28 or 24-3. They're like, we're airing this thing out. Like we are not.
well, yeah. There was a point where it was like 250 yards to like -2 yards.
It was bad.
It was really bad.
It was
But
bad.
I mean, at least when it's still the first half, at least try to get your running game going. Because Jordan Love's not a dude who's going to take over a game and come back 24 points. No offense to him, but he's not doing that. But yeah, a total of like 27 total rushing yards, which is horrendous.
But I like the performance from Goff was good enough. Detroit's defense is who balled out. 2 interceptions,
especially in that first half. Yeah,
they had no answer for Aiden Hutchinson, who is ridiculous.
No. I mean, Love was getting sacked left and right.
Like I said, Packers made some plays. They started crawling back a little bit into the game, but they at the end of the day they really weren't going to get anything going. It was just.
Well, I mean, the game was over after that first half.
The game was over at half. No matter how you want to slice it, they were the closest they cut it to in the second half was 10 points.
Yeah, which doesn't mean a damn thing.
Yeah, when you're down the entire game, being down 10 points, I don't think you have that much confidence.
Fuck no. Yeah, and I mean the Packers are good enough to win 8 or 9 games, but they're not a team that I would like to see representing the NFC North. I'd rather see the Lions.
See, but some of these teams gotta only win 5 or 6 games, bro. Not like I feel like we say that a lot. Like this team's good enough to win 8 or 9 games, but like, bro, not all these teams can win 8 or 9 games. Like some of these teams gotta suck. Some of these teams gotta come out with 4 or 5 wins.
Well, the Packers could definitely come out with 5 or 6 wins, but I think that the Vikings are more on pace for that, and the Bears definitely are as well.
Let's be real.
The Vikings will kick it up.
The Vikings are the best team in the league that hasn't won a game this year.
For sure.
I mean, I think you can say that. The Vikings have had their problems. I mean, mainly their turnovers, but
yeah.
Hopefully, they are lucky to be in the NFC North right now and have this situation. 100%. So
100%.
They're lucky
to be in the NFC.
You know, Detroit's 3-1, which is
3-1,
which is pretty odd. What is Green Bay 2-2 or 1-3?
2-2.
2-2. Okay, you know, I mean
they beat the Saints barely, and they beat the Bears. So not impressive, and they lost to the Falcons. They've had an easy schedule, and they're 2-2.
Luckily,
and barely 2-2.
Luckily, and obviously, and luckily, there is plenty of football left, and the NFC North is.
Do they have the easiest schedule in football?
I'm gonna have to give that to the Steelers because they play like fucking Houston this week or something stupid.
But at least Houston's got some comp in there. I mean, not Houston. At least Pittsburgh has comp in their division.
Sure.
Like the next 3 games.
Well, see, but is it
for the Packers? Is Raiders, Broncos, Vikings.
Raiders, Broncos, Vikings. Nice. Okay. Sounds like they're gonna be chilling.
They got the Chiefs once, they got the Bucks once, and they got the Chargers once. Those are the best teams they're playing.
That's all right. Well, moving on from the Thursday night football, you know, it was cool. It wasn't the most exciting game, obviously. You know,
I'm just tired of fucking watching shit on streaming services.
Yeah, Amazon Prime. I don't know what that's
about.
I
hate that shit. I hate that shit.
But let's talk about this, Devin. I've been waiting to talk about this. I've been interested to talk about this. Hopefully, this is a good enough NBA topic for even you to be interested in it. Damian Lillard is a Milwaukee Buck.
Yes, he is.
The trade kind of came out of nowhere.
It definitely did.
Like I remember, I actually got the text from Brandon. He was like, "Yo," he was like, "This shit." And
yo, we're fucked.
And my immediate response was like, "Fuck." Because I kind of thought Dame to Miami was locked in. Like
I would like to see Dame to Miami,
and maybe
but
this to be honest with you, I think this proved that this league maybe isn't as player driven as we thought.
I mean, it definitely is player driven, but not when you're going up against the organization. Like he wasn't a free agent.
Yeah, but like Portland really did all they could do to get the best out of this trade.
100%.
Like they didn't go, okay, Dane, you've been loyal and you want to go to Miami. Okay, we'll do that. Like, and I think that's a direct example of how this league isn't as player led as we assume.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, this league is a 100% ownership led.
sure, but I feel like there is always a conversation of how much control players have in the NBA specifically.
Well, they definitely have a lot when it comes to free agency
Like when you look at
because
like compared to the NFL, like the NFL has players by
oh
the
my god,
balls. Anthony,
fuck
like
yeah,
look at Anthony Davis wind his way into LA. Kawhi sat his way to go play in Toronto, and then bullshitted his way to the Clippers,
yeah, exactly.
and I mean Kyrie does what he does, KD does what he does, James
Well,
Harden does what he does, and didn't want to play in Philly, and where is he at? He's in Philly.
we're looking at a league that doesn't have that many players, and sometimes it's a little bit easier to like in the NFL you can say, hey, fucking, we don't need a fucking running back. Jonathan Taylor, you can sit out forever. Who cares? If you're like, hey, KD, if you want to sit out, it's like now we're just wasting money and time. Go play somewhere else. Who cares?
Yeah,
Um, but I mean, I think Portland definitely did well coming out of this trade. I know that they're not keeping a lot of those guys that they got. They're not
Drew
keeping Drew.
Drew's definitely walking. Um,
Um, they got who?
they,
Vucevic or somebody?
no, Yusuf Yusuf Nurkic
Nurkic.
went to the Suns,
The Suns. Yeah, there
and
was a
DeAndre Ayton went to Portland.
is Portland
Which I know we trash on. I feel like we've trashed Ayton in the past in the pod, but like,
for sure.
and we
He's not
definitely knew there had to be a third party involved in this trade.
100%.
But also, what were they going to get better than DeAndre Ayton?
Exactly.
I
Aiton's
mean,
not that bad.
so the fact that they all worked that out and they were able to get somebody or player that good.
But I mean, the biggest thing is number one. I think the biggest thing is that Giannis is going to stay. I mean, there's been talk over the past couple of years where it's like Giannis can leave if he wants to.
Devin, I think the biggest thing is the Bucks are coming out the East.
The Bucks are this, in my opinion, this is a better fit for Dame than
Okay, yes, but see, in the grand
my
scheme of
in
things,
my in my opinion.
it's kind of a similar fit
It
in
is
a different
similar,
way,
but
but like okay, so if he's going to Miami, he's obviously got Jimmy, he's got Bam, he's got
yeah,
shooters around him, shooters, and he's got shooters around him. You go to Milwaukee, you got this
but only shooters
you got this
in my opinion.
big you got this big in Giannis who is it's Giannis. I'm not gonna sit here and explain who Giannis is. We know Giannis is who's never had somebody like Dame to.
No,
I mean, bro, the playmaking between Dame and Giannis is going to be ridiculous.
it's gonna be
And
nuts.
and Chris Middleton gets to take a step back and he gets to just chill and just I mean,
Like with Dame, he can still put up fucking 15, 20 shots a game, and Giannis can still get every shot he's going to take. Because Giannis isn't. They're playing two different styles of basketball, but they're never going to step on each other's toes. I don't think. When you're
no.
in Miami, like you're on a team that is basically only shooters. You've got no big men. You've got kind of a big man in Bam, but he's not really a big man. Um,
But see,
Jimmy only plays well when he's shooting the rock a lot. Like we saw him in the playoffs last year. He wasn't shooting the rock a lot.
See, but Jimmy, obviously, we all know Jimmy turns up in the playoffs, but so we're really not going to be able to gauge how well in a scenario where if Dame did go to Miami, it would take a while for us to even gauge how well they play together. But I do feel like I think Dame and Giannis is definitely a better pairing than Dame and Jimmy, but that's simply off of talent
For sure.
and just you got a point guard and a big. We're talking like, I mean, okay, yeah. Dame and Jimmy, you got a point guard and a small forward. That's cool. I mean,
But
that duo
the
is
thing is, the
cool.
both of them kind of play like shooting guards. Like they're both traditional shooting guards. Like they play the positions that they play, but Dame isn't a pass first point guard, and
But
Jimmy's not
Dame,
big enough to be down there all the
but don't
time in the shit.
underestimate Dame's playmaking ability though.
No, he's definitely a playmaker, but he's
It's,
not
but
a.
Jimmy's play style is definitely different than Damian Lillard's play style.
It is different,
Um,
but I wouldn't say that Dame. I mean, Dame's not a dude who's again traditionally a point guard. I mean, he can make plays, but again, I just think his game fits better with a Giannis, with a big.
on paper and the skill that's just going to be the talent that's going to be around Dame in Milwaukee, it's just going to work better than this whole run.
It's more balanced.
But this whole run with Miami, a lot of it's been like that's who we are. Like
We're hot.
we're gonna grind and we're gonna come out and we're gonna. It's like, bro, it's like, what are y'all gonna do when you got to play Giannis and Dame? Because let's be real,
I mean, we saw what they were doing when they played Jokic. They were fucked.
Miami had this whole heat culture thing where they were like, man, it doesn't matter. We're gonna do this, but it's like
There comes a point.
they were also begging for Dame.
100%.
Like, we need Dame, like we need that. So I don't.
I mean, they're like it honestly shows how like depleted the East really is. Because they've gotten to the finals twice in the past 3 years and lost both times pretty easily. Because they're not a team that's built to play against a superstar big or a LeBron or
But both
any team that's
times,
fully balanced on both sides of the ball.
both times Miami came out, they were not the best team in the East.
No.
They weren't even close. So I mean, I don't
No.
really. I
They're a grind of a team, and it's good to see them play well, but it's not a team that's going to start a
Philly, I
dynasty.
think they'll have their own internal issues they won't have to worry about. But like
Philly can go suck a dick, dude. Philly,
Miami just bought Milwaukee and Boston alone. It's gonna be a problem.
shit, I forgot about
It's gonna
Boston.
be a big old problem.
I
And that's the
definitely
thing.
forgot about Boston.
And that's the thing. People are gonna sleep on Boston now because of this whole Dame and Giannis thing. But
I wouldn't sleep on
I
Boston.
wouldn't sleep on Boston either.
For all the shit I talk about Boston and Jason Tatum, yes, they lost to the Heat last year, which they should not have. But it's like
Jason Tatum is a him. Let's be real. Like he is
they're a
one of
team
them.
that can they're a team that can rival this Bucks team for sure.
But with that being
And I think
said,
that'll be a much better matchup than the Heat.
Dame is a Buck. That's gonna make me a little more interested to watch some Milwaukee games and see what's up with Dame.
Yeah, I was never really a fan of watching Giannis play, just in general.
Bro, because Giannis just gets the ball, runs, he dunks, and that's it. He just goes
It's
back.
fun.
It's
It's
cool.
cool.
It's cool. Like it's
But
like.
Dame,
But here's the thing: it's like, bro, it's like watching Drew Holiday just play really good defense can get boring.
yeah.
Like I'm trying to
I mean,
watch. I'm trying to watch Dame pull up from 30. I'm trying to watch. I'm trying to.
like if you're
Yes.
trying to watch fundamentals, watch the Bucks. They got everything. But
But now
I want to see
adding
some
this
exciting
flavor,
shit. Adding
flavor,
this is huge.
it's kind of like.
And honestly, I think it's going to be a lot better vibes than that Miami team. And I'm glad he went to Milwaukee. It's a team that's playing
when you
like
when you take away the shooting, there's a lot of fundamental basketball being played within Golden State.
oh, it's absurd.
Now, and it's also at a very high tempo. There, everybody off balls, running around off screens. You got Clay, Steph running around or whatever. But When you just take away like you take away the Dame the not the Dame effect, the Steph effect of just that alone, they play very fundamental basketball. But
They
then you
play
add that
simple
spice
basketball
of the greatest shooter of all, the greatest three
of
point
all
shooter of
time.
all time.
Yeah,
You know that that's a
it
recipe.
turns them into a
It
monster.
seems like it's a recipe for success. Okay,
But no,
here
they play very simple
you want
basketball. There's no
another
like,
another example, which yes, injuries is really the main cause for this, but a team that played very fundamental basketball and brought in a guy who was a at the time looked at as a top 5 player and played very fundamental basketball was Kawhi to the Raptors.
yes,
Like there's a lot of examples where you got a team who plays very fundamental and you just add that little spice of that Curry, that Dame effect, and it might just turn into a championship team, a world championship team,
a world
a world
championship.
championship team. God damn it. But moving on from NBA
And
basketball.
everyone's like, oh, but the U.S. lost in the World Cup, bro. We had Therese Halliburton and Anthony Edwards coming off the bench. That's not all we got.
And if they're really if they're about what they say they're about and they're gonna make some Avengers squad in the Olympics, then it's over. If
More
LeBron,
than over.
if LeBron and KD and then this guy all decide to go team up, it's over.
Dame
So
and oh,
fucking
it's
yeah,
way
yeah,
over.
yeah. It is
Get Steph
way
back
over.
out there. It's beyond over.
We got some college football.
We do.
We do. We got a little bit of college football. 2 games in
I
particular.
have been watching more college football. It's been pretty hype recently.
We
I'm kind of fucking with it.
we got USC playing Colorado.
Yeah.
Um, this will pretty much end the contender. Well, if it hasn't already ended, this will pretty
It's
much
ended it.
this will pretty much
Colorado's unranked
this will
for
pretty much
length of
end
time.
the contender conversation for at least this year. I mean, like,
Yes, for this year for sure.
and sure they're unranked, but if they went in and beat USC tomorrow, it'd be a whole fucking big thing. But I just
Yeah.
don't think that's going to happen, Devin. I
Like not only do I not think that's going to happen, I don't want to see that happen. Just because again, it's still very annoying at this point.
It's also just super early. Like they don't have to be a championship team this year.
No.
They don't have to be
No.
in. They don't have to be an 11-win team this year.
But here's the thing. Because Primetime hasn't made any promises, he can't really lose this year.
But that's the thing, though. But we would have called
His promises are we coming.
We would have called him.
So,
We would have called him delusional if he said we're going 12-0 this year. We're winning the national championship. Like we're doing this and that.
yes.
Because let's be real. He might have all the confidence in his guys, but he also we're talking about guys that played in the NFL. We're talking about a guy who knows what it's like to win and a guy who knows what it's like to lose. You know, a guy who probably knows what it's like to lose when he didn't expect it, and we know a guy who knows what it feels like to lose when he expected it. He might deep down know, like, hey,
He has to.
going into this game. Sure, at the end of the day, it's football. We can win this
For sure.
but I don't.
But they got to play a perfect football game.
Perfect football
Absolutely
game.
perfect top to bottom football game to beat USC, who is a better team than Oregon.
The game.
Go
ahead.
But yeah, I mean, he definitely knows that their schedule this year, playing all these fucking teams, is scary. It's dangerous. But yeah, they're not doing anything special this year, and I don't know.
And that's fine, bro. It's okay. They don't have to go out and do and be. They don't have to go
But
out
you know
and beat
who
Georgia. Like,
you know who I
fine.
do have qualms with?
Who?
Shador.
What, bro? What's your problem, bro? Who cares?
My problem is he's acting like he's done something.
What you mean?
And like,
what would you see that made you say that? Because I don't know what you're referring to.
Like, yes, he's a very, very confident dude, but like he's trying to, like, from what I've seen, he's trying to like emulate his father in like the essence of who he is. And yes, Shador's a decent quarterback, but he acts like he's a Heisman contender at this point, and
Now,
it's
if
kind of annoying.
if you're referring to like just having like some swag or having the
He does
same,
have swag.
yeah, I'm saying like having the same attitude or personality as Dion, that might not necessarily be him trying. He might just not even be able to help that. He's his son.
No, I agree, but it's like this.
That's like if Bronny is just like LeBron in the NBA, we're like, bro, what the fuck? Like we're
No, no,
like,
no, no.
nah,
But
like
it's no,
it's Bronny.
it's like, but from I, where I'm going with it is, it's like Dion is who he is because of what he's had to do.
Of course.
Shador is like Dion and all of his swagger and all that stuff, but without that like same mindset.
That's
You know?
also the media's fault, though. A lot of people giving him hype. We spend a lot of fucking airtime talking about Colorado, and when have we ever talked about them? So, and I'm saying that, and that's us. I'm talking about
Yeah,
we got people on national
every
television talking about
national
them
news
every
station. Yes,
day, and it's
but
like
it's like
when I get
just
notifications, I got a notification after they lost to Oregon, Caleb Williams or Shador. It's like, bro, what the
after
fuck
they
are we
lost to
talking about?
Oregon.
It's like what are we talking about right now?
No,
Like,
we can't
there's
say
no
that.
Shador Caleb conversation. It's disrespectful to Shador, and or it's disrespectful
It,
to Caleb, and it's not really fair to
it's
Shador.
not fair to Shador. No,
You can't give him Caleb Williams expectations we already. I mean, like you just
Caleb already won a Heisman.
Caleb Williams is already a Heisman winning trophy quarterback and is already locked first pick.
Yeah, exactly. He's like already locked.
Like it's not fair on
No
both
one knows if
ends.
Shador would ever be picked.
It's not fair
We
on
don't
both
know that.
ends to compare those two.
Shador has played what 3, 4 NCAA games?
What, three? Four, yeah, four.
4, 4.
I'll tell you the college game I'm interested in a little bit more, and that's Florida versus Kentucky.
Yeah.
So plain and simple, Devin, we got to play better than we played versus Charlotte.
Yep.
Come out with a lot more attitude, maybe like we did versus Tennessee, possibly.
Yep.
We got a long road ahead of us, a lot of SEC games, a long SEC
Yes.
schedule, and it's not gonna get any easier from here.
Yeah. No.
It's not getting any easier. We're gonna be
But yeah,
schooling.
the only reason like this game is like, I mean, they've beat you the past 2 years.
Yeah.
This is number one, a must win for your season, and a must win for just Florida football in general.
Mm-hmm.
Losing to Kentucky 3 years in a row is not a great look
Because here's the thing: if
for the
we
organization.
end the season where it's like, oh, we beat number one Georgia, that's crazy. We upset this team, upset that team, but it doesn't matter because we lost this game to Vandy and Kentucky and
In Utah.
Arkansas or what? Like it's like, bro, let's tighten up. We cannot be
Yes.
sloppy. Those like I said, these offensive penalties have got to stop. I mean, I just hope they ball. I just hope they ball,
Yeah.
and hopefully we start this
Who
SEC.
does who's Maryland got? They beat
I don't know who Maryland got, but Georgia's playing Auburn, and I know Auburn's unranked, obviously,
Auburn is unranked, but
but
they've always got a shot. That team.
I was gonna say it is a little. It would be a little interesting, a little cool Auburn upset on Georgia, but
I don't hate Auburn. I don't know who they've played this year. Nobody.
yeah,
Um, but they lost to A&M. That sucks. Yeah, they don't. From what I'm looking at now, they don't look like the best team.
no,
But
definitely not. But you never in the SEC, you never know.
Auburn is a team that just fucking knocks people off sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. They might return a 109-yard
Auburn
kick.
and Arkansas, they've just got that ability to just fuck your season up.
Yeah, and we got Arkansas this year, so I would like to not
Yeah.
have Arkansas fuck up my year. But moving on from the college football, I think we're gonna play a little bit of Jeopardy. I think that's what we're gonna do.
I enjoy
Devin, We got
Rest in
terms.
peace, Alex Trebek.
Can you see this?
I can, yes.
We got terms, players, teams, rules, and fun facts. I will let you
Fun facts.
kick it off.
I'm feeling snazzy. Fun facts, 300.
Fun facts 300. These two brothers are the only brothers to both win Super Bowl MVP.
I'm assuming it's the Manning brothers. Eli must have won. I don't know who the fuck else could have won Super Bowl MVP. There's no, the Mannings. If I'm wrong, fucking stab me.
Who are Peyton and Eli? Who are Peyton and Eli Manning? There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go players for 300.
Oh.
The Hall of Fame running back is the youngest to be inducted so far. Barry only played 9 seasons.
I think it was 10. It was 9 or 10.
It's not honestly. It's 9, 10, or 11. Now that I'm thinking about it. But the young.
I think it was 10.
But I'm saying okay. Did what's I feel like now I'm thinking about it though, I feel like what's his name had like a short career, like Jim Brown. Didn't Jim Brown fuck his shit up and had a short career? All right.
Honestly, I don't know anything about
I'm
Jim
done. I'm stuck between Jim Brown and who I just said. I'm gonna go with Barry.
Okay.
Gale Sayers, cool.
How the fuck?
Yeah, Gale Sayers. Go ahead.
That's not a name I am used to. Teams, tree.
Teams for 300. These 4 teams have never been to a Super Bowl yet.
I just did
I was
this.
gonna say you just had this question.
Jags, Texans. Fucking now I'm gonna fucking get it wrong. Jags, Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Browns, Lions.
There you go.
Thank God.
All right, let me go with rules 400. The rule where a team automatically loses this if they do not have their players on the field to observe it. Okay, Devin, can you help me dissect this question for a second?
That's a riddle and a fucking half. Dude. The rule where a team automatically loses this if they do not have their players on the field to observe it. So what can you lose? You can lose a down. You can lose a challenge.
The rule where a team automatically loses this if they do not have the coin toss? I don't fucking know. If they're not on the field to observe it?
Oh, yeah, I would assume.
But what does that mean? When would a team not be on the field to observe it?
Maybe their captains forget to go out.
But that's not a rule.
I think it is. It's probably a weird one.
All right. What is the coin toss loss?
That was a phenomenal poll, by the way, because I would have had no clue.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it.
Terms, 300.
Terms for 300. When a ball carrier is tackled in their own end zone.
That is called a safety.
I am going to probably agree with you and say yes, that is.
Is that the safety sign?
Yeah. Well,
or is it this?
Just this, yeah. Safety.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with terms for 500. When a punter aims to kick the ball to the opposing corner of the field and place the opposing team in a poor position for them. That's like the
That's a weird one.
That's like the fuck. Dude, it's like there's a name. I'm not like it's when a punter aims to kick the ball to the corner of the field and place the opposing team in a poor position for them. It's the term for that. Like it's not like how like you have like a pooch kick or like this. It's like
a squib.
No, I think it's not a type of. It's not a type. It's a field. It's the field position term. I don't know what it's. I can't remember. The coffin corner. Okay, yes, they try to get it right where the you know what I'm like right at the fucking
Yeah,
two, like get it to hit right there.
in between the 5 and the
I couldn't remember. It's called the
orange thing
coffin corner. The
pylon.
pylon. I couldn't remember it was that's what it was called. All right, go ahead.
I've never heard that. Um,
I have heard that, but I
uh,
just couldn't. I was never gonna think of coffin corner.
Fun facts 500.
These three NFL franchises are the only ones to go undefeated in the regular season.
All right, Dolphins, Patriots. Now I'm fucked. Because I've never heard of another team have an undefeated season. Fuck. This sucks balls.
Hold on. Who the fuck else
I mean,
went?
I feel like
Wait. Who the fuck else went undefeated?
I feel like it's like pre-Super Bowl era. I think the Dolphins and the Pats are the only ones in Super Bowl era. It was like 77 and then 07.
In the regular season, though.
Yeah, but the Pats didn't win the Super Bowl.
But they went all the way.
16 and 0.
What if there's a team out there, like, fuck? What if there's I don't know.
I don't know
bro.
any other 16 and 0 football team. I know 0 and 16 football teams.
All right, here I'll put it to you like this: if it's a team before the Super Bowl era, I'll just give you the points for the two.
For the
If
two?
this is like some team from the '80s that we just didn't know about, like I'm saying, I'll give you the points for guessing the two.
Okay.
Here, all right. It says the Chicago Bears.
That's had to have been before the Super Bowl era.
When did the Chicago Bears go? Chicago Bears undefeated regular season. No, I think they. You know what? Now that hold on, wait a second. Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
85 was undefeated. No, 85 was 15 and 1. No.
85 Bears weren't undefeated.
Undefeated season by the Bears.
It says 1930s.
19.
It says 1934, and in 1942 they posted undefeated, untied regular season records.
Yeah, 34 and
Okay, so I'm giving
40.
you the points because
all right,
fuck that
that's
pre Super Bowl era shit. All right, I need something good. Let me get teams for 400. Before being known as the New England Patriots, this team was almost named the blank Patriots.
Ooh, that I don't know. Because I know there were teams in Boston before, one being us.
I mean, Boston Patriots is definitely an option.
We were the Boston Braves, I think.
But at that time, when they were coming up with the new team that's in New England, I don't think so.
No.
I would assume. Okay, I mean, Boston's definitely on the table for me. Boston Patriots, Massachusetts Patriots. That sounds stupid. That was definitely not a thing. Maine Patriots.
Maine is. They have no. I mean, the only New England team, the only New England state that could have a team is Mass.
I'm gonna go with Boston, bro. The Boston Patriots. What are the Bay State Patriots?
That is impossible. I don't even know what's the Bay State? California?
The BS Patriots. Okay, cool. What do you want to go with?
What is the Bay State?
I have no clue what the Bay
Massachusetts is called the Bay State? I didn't even know that.
Okay.
That's crazy.
I'll take it, or I won't take it, but I'll accept the no points. Sure.
Fun facts 400. Yeah, that's a crazy fucking.
NFL players were not required to wear helmets until this year.
Fuck me. 1942.
1943.
No!
Oh my god.
So they went undefeated before helmets.
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. Fuck that shit.
Rules for 500. Despite being obvious, this rule technically still occurs after every touchdown. Okay, despite being obvious, this rule technically still occurs after every touchdown. So a couple things.
Oh,
I'm going to assume signaling for a touchdown. Um, Despite being
okay.
obvious, this rule technically still occurs after every touchdown. Oh, I don't know what that means. You're not helping me at all. I don't know. I know what that means. Despite being despite being obvious, this rule technically still occurs after every touchdown. I'm with all my pride still intact, taking all the points and your hint. It's reviewing. It's
I
reviewing the
think so.
touchdown.
I hope so.
What is declining? Who gets the ball after the touchdown? What the fuck?
Deciding who gets the ball.
What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean, Devin?
Do you know?
What does what is deciding who gets the ball after the touchdown? What does that mean? When you were like review, I was like, oh yeah. Despite being obvious, they every touchdown's reviewed.
Yeah, every scoring play is reviewed.
But what is deciding who gets the ball after the touchdown? What does that deciding who though? All right, well, sure, I guess. Damn,
That's not even a thing.
I don't know what that means, but okay, go
This
ahead.
is
What you
there's
want
a
to go
lot
with?
of R involved in this, dude. Jesus Christ. Holy hell. I'm never touching that rules category. What the fuck is that?
What you want?
Players 400. Holy dick and
This player is the
balls.
only place kicker to win the MVP award.
Ah, fuck. Not Janikowski. Morton Anderson.
Mark Mosley.
Mm.
Yeah.
I named one old kicker. I know. So that was my
um,
only shot.
they go teams for 500.
Wait, I think he was a dude who kicked barefoot. He may have been.
Hold on. They
I
are
don't
the
know.
reason that the Pro Football Hall of Fame is in Canton, Ohio.
What the fuck?
I mean, the Browns?
The Brown family? I don't know.
The Browns. The Canton Bulldogs. No, 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 no.
The Canton Bulldogs.
No, 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 no.
I mean, that might be true. Who the fuck are the Canton Bulldogs?
The Canton Bulldogs took the Bulldogs name and its players to Cleveland and named franchise the Cleveland Bulldogs.
Ooh, so not the Browns. Jim Thorpe played for them.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Did Cause
Yeah,
fuck
no, I don't
what?
think.
All right, 13. Team. Okay, okay. So did they become the Cleveland Browns?
I don't think so.
Because what I'm reading is they went to Cleveland, became the Cleveland Bulldogs, but did the Cleveland Bulldogs become the Cleveland Browns? This is bullshit. But all right,
Uh,
all right,
This one
whatever.
is difficult. Very
This is
difficult.
bullshit. That's what this is.
It actually it is bullshit. This is not one that anyone knows. Fucking players 500. Let's see who fucking old dude is this.
This player is known to be signing that. This player is known to be the signing that legitimized the NFL. He is in the NFL and CFB Hall of Fame, and deemed the greatest college football player of all time.
This shows my knowledge of college football.
This player is known to be the signing that legitimized the NFL.
Legitimized.
He is in the NFL and College Football Hall of Fame and deemed the greatest college football player of all time. Well, this is wrong because I mean we all know who the greatest college football player of all time is, but
And he is not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
he's not. Um, He's definitely not. Yeah, have fun. Good.
Legitimize the NFL, so it must be early. Um,
How fucking
very
early?
early.
Who legitimized the NFL?
I don't know. Walter Payton?
Is that your guess?
Yeah, I don't fucking.
Who is Harold Edward Grange, also known as Red and the Galloping Ghost?
This isn't real.
There you go. Terms for 400. When a defensive lineman attempts to rush through an offensive lineman. It's a bull rush.
Or blitz? I don't know.
Bull rush.
Okay, I don't play this sport.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
No, that's a great one because I would not have achieved such things. Teams 200. I'm not
This team
touching
is
that
the
rule
oldest
again.
in the NFL, having been founded in 1898.
Who are the Cardinals?
Who are the Arizona Cardinals? Which, yeah,
It's such a weird.
sure that's what their name was.
I don't think they were
Rules
the
for
Arizona.
300. This rule first occurred, Tuck rule.
Yeah, I should have taken that one. That's the easiest money there is. Players for 2.
I mean, I gotta try. I don't know. I mean, my math isn't mathing, but I feel like there's a chance I can try. But I don't. Oh God.
Mike, did you know that we're supposed to lose points for questions we get wrong?
Say that again.
We're supposed to lose points for questions
Yeah,
we got
but
wrong.
we're also supposed to buzz in every question and have a host. So I mean, you know,
I agree. Thank you for calming my mental
I'm
issues.
kind of just letting us go
Um,
back and forth.
these 2 players are the only ones to pass. I mean,
Well, welcome to the easiest fucking question of the game.
top 2 are Tom Brady and Drew Brees.
Tom Brady and Drew Brees. Terms for 200. The action that starts a play.
Snap.
Yeah, the snap. Say yeah. Say anything else. I don't know what the fuck.
Fun facts. Fun factoids. 200.
These two teams are the only teams in NFL history to have won the Super Bowl in 3 different decades.
All right, Pats. No. Cowboys. No. Steelers. Maybe the Cowboys. No. Did they win in the 80s? I know they won in the 70s with Staubby. 90s with Aikman. Washington won twice in the 80s, once in the 90s. Fuck. The Steelers, their most recent. Did they win in the 90s?
I think I know both.
All right, Packers. 90s, 2000s, well, 2010s, and then whenever the fuck they won. So Packers. You know the other one? Is it anyone I've said?
I don't know. I truly don't know.
Steelers. Broncos? 90. No, they didn't win back then. Fuck! Packers, Steelers. I don't know.
Giants and Packers.
Giants. Because they won in 7 and 11, and then in the fuck.
200 rules. When one establishes themselves out of bounds when a kickoff rolls to the sideline. Oh, like a fair catch?
No.
When someone establishes themselves out of bounds when a kickoff rolls to the sideline?
Yeah, it's the rule where you're laying out of bounds, and if you touch the ball while it's inbounds, then it's a.
I mean, I don't know
it's a penalty.
I don't know the name for the penalty. I know that they start at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it's a penalty.
But
I mean,
it's
whatever. You get the point.
an
So
illegal kickoff out of bounds.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, and then it goes to the okay, sure. And then,
It goes to the 40. It's an illegal kickoff.
all right, what you want?
Fun facts 100. How did I not get the Giants, Devin? You're an idiot.
The NFL was founded in 1920, first officially known as this.
First officially known as what? The National Football League?
I guess what was the NFL known as before the NFL? It was called the NFL. Is the question I'm assuming it's asking.
The American Football League?
What is the APFA, the American Professional Football Association?
I did not know that.
Players for 100. I guess this guy is talking about Tom Brady.
Todd Gurley. Oh, shit.
Yeah, Tom Brady. All right. What you want to go with?
Teams, please.
This team had a PR event when they became publicly traded, but those stocks do not mean anything real.
How the fuck is this a one? How do I know when teams became publicly traded?
But those stocks do not mean anything real. I have no clue what that question is asking. Good luck.
Okay, so I think this is like which team is a nonprofit?
When they had a PR event, what PR event are they referring to?
There is good PR. Who was that team that was not for profit?
I don't know.
I already won.
I know it kind of sucks. If we were the opposite, I have a chance. But so just throw out a guess
remember.
then. You already won.
I don't remember who that team was. I don't know, the Browns.
I don't know if it's the Browns. The Green Bay Packers.
Oh, they are. Okay, because I'm an idiot and I decided not to pick the Packers again. I think I said the Browns twice.
This is a hot
I said
topic.
the Vikings.
Hot topic in today's rule-changing world, with nobody agreeing on it when it should and should not be used after a call.
Oh.
What, a challenge in a 2-minute warning? Can't challenge in 2-minute warning? Can't. It's a hot topic to today's when with agreeing on when it should and should not be used after a call. I don't think pass interference is the answer.
I mean, I would assume
this is a hot topic in today's rule-changing world, with nobody agreeing on when it should and should not be used after a call. Okay, I can see pass interference. I thought it was more asking what you can do after a call, but nobody agrees on when it should and should not be used after a call.
No. I'm assuming it's review.
I thought they were saying you couldn't challenge within 2 minutes. Like that was with nobody agreeing on when it should and should not be used after a call.
Review? Booth? Like review? I don't know.
That's what I think it is.
I don't know
what the fuck else. Instant replay?
Review.
Sure, I guess, but that's
no one's called it instant replay since instant replay came out.
And then you got the biggest score a player can get.
A player?
Yeah.
6.
Oh yeah, a touchdown.
A touchdown.
Yeah, there you go. 1700. It was close. I'll take the L. It's okay.
Yeah, that was just a toughie all around.
I didn't know the fucking Canton Bulldogs. My bad. Sorry, I didn't know about the Canton Bulldogs. That was my fault. But it is
your fault. Because that's history.
It's crazy history that I should have known about. But you know what we do need to do? No. We gotta predict these games.
We don't have the other guy?
Yeah, I don't know where bro is. So we gotta predict these games.
It's like if Santa didn't show up.
I know, But I mean, I'm
which
waiting.
I'm not gonna.
I'm waiting on him. You know, I'm hitting him up. I'm talking to him, but I'm not knowing what's going on. We got some games to predict, and I'm thinking we predict,
And I'm gonna refuse to say what I was gonna say.
and I think we should predict those plays or those games.
Or we could predict these games.
Exactly. So first game we got Atlanta at Jacksonville.
In London, England,
Nine
where their
thirty,
teeth,
9:30 a.m.
where their teeth stick out of their asshole, where they
9:30
talk like this.
9:30 a.m. 9:30 in the morning. That's
I
when
will not be watching that football game, and not because it's early in the morning.
I'll be up watching it. You know, apparently you can watch it like in like Toy Story mode.
I saw that, and I don't get it.
I might watch it in Toy Story mode.
I'd rather watch it in British. Like
No.
British. I want to see
No,
British. I
no,
want to see
no,
soccer
no,
commentators be like,
no,
"Oh, he
no,
fucking took
no,
the ball and
no.
shoved it. Oh no,
No, I don't. That's
oh
that. No,
no."
that's like Taylor Swift fans commentating Chiefs Jets. Like I don't know. We don't want to see
That
that.
would be immaculate. That'd be
No, no,
incredible.
no, 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 no. We need whoever's flying to London, that's used to commentating NFL football to commentate
I
the
would
game.
I would like to see a British dude be like, "Oh fuck him, look at him.
Well,
They're fast."
I'm going with Jacksonville.
I hope Jacksonville wins. It seems like they always throw these two teams over into that shit box across the pond.
Especially
Um,
Jacksonville.
especially Jacksonville. Um, yeah, I mean, Jacksonville should win this game. They need to win this game
They need to get their shit. They
after
really need to get their shit together. Honestly.
after last week's performance against the fucking Texans. So if
Yeah.
they lose again, Jacksonville might drop 1,000 places on our power.
All right. Miami at Buffalo. I'm not gonna lie, Devin. This is a big game for both of these teams.
This is a massive test for Tua.
This is a big. I mean, this is a big test for Tua for sure. But I think it's a big test for both teams.
DeMar Hamlin's playing. I'm going with the Bills. Not because DeMar Hamlin's playing. I think the Bills will win. The Dolphins have to cool off at some point, I think. I don't think they're going to go into Buffalo and light their fucking asshole on fire. But
I probably
Tua's going to start to shed a little bit.
I probably second that. I can't expect what we've seen from Miami to be normal Miami, and they're finally playing.
Because they did the same thing last year. They had games where they were blowing motherfuckers out, where they were putting up 7 touchdowns a game and shit.
But hey,
Shit don't last.
Who knows? Who knows what Josh Allen might throw a couple picks. He might fuck around. He might fuck around.
Has Josh thrown a pick since that first game?
I feel like Josh been throwing some picks. I don't know.
Josh tossed 3, and I don't think he's done shit. He's been pretty lights out.
But yeah, I'm gonna go. All right, biggest game of the week: Denver at Chicago.
You know, Josh has been lights. One interception. Who?
Denver at Chicago.
Oh my fuck! If Denver does not win this game, Sean Payton should be fired on the spot. On the spot.
Yes, it should be over already. I know we talked about maybe moves being made a little bit too fast, but if Denver can't beat Chicago, they are the worst team in the league.
Which fucking Mr. Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited, let him cook. Will be the quarterback for the worst team in the league if they cannot figure out a way to beat Chicago. Now we got Baltimore at Cleveland.
Baltimore.
Obviously, I'm going with Baltimore, but I do want to say I think this is maybe a little bit bigger than people might think.
No, it is a massive game, and it will be difficult. Both y'all are 2-1. You guys should be 3-0, but you fucked yourselves in the ass last week.
Besides Cleveland playing, besides that Pittsburgh game, Cleveland has been not looking half bad, and they're going to be a test. They're going to be a test, and I mean, I can see it being a close game. I could see it coming down to the wire. I could also see us winning by 13 points. So
I agree.
I don't know, but I am going to go with Baltimore. Cincinnati at Tennessee. All right, Cincinnati's got to get something rolling at some point, right?
I mean, I don't want to see it, but it's hard for me to bet on the Titans. Again, the Bengals have one goal in this game. Shut down Derrick Henry, you win the game.
Derrick Henry ran for 20 yards last week.
And they got obliterated by the Browns. So, if they can do that, or something close to that, where he runs for under 80 or some shit, they're all right. So, Bengals with a clause.
Bengals with the claws. Rams at Indianapolis.
AR is playing, so the Rams.
Yeah, honestly.
AR is allergic.
That is very true. I'm going to go with the Rams. Honestly, the Rams are probably one of the most underrated teams this year.
I think they will be. We got Pookie and Tutu and all those dudes.
Tampa at New Orleans.
Tampa all day. New Orleans sucks.
Tampa's winning this game, even though technically, if you want to put the Jameis,
Jameis is playing.
The Jameis effect. Jameis didn't have a good week last week.
Jameis
Jameis
didn't play the full game though.
Jameis has to. So does that not count?
Jameis didn't start.
Here's the thing though. His last start was a torn ACL. So either way, it's a good.
Was it really?
Well, yeah. Remember, he tore his ACL. But so this means his next start is going to be a good Jameis Winston game.
Well, guess what, everybody? I'm sticking to the rule. Jameis Winston wins this game.
So you're going New Orleans.
Just for shits. In my heart of hearts, the Bucs will win this game. But
so who do you
Chris Olave? Chris Olave is not bad. Michael Thomas can maybe heat up and get those old knees and ankles working again. And fucking Kamari maybe actually learns how to run a football and not just play as a dump-off receiver.
Well, I mean, this is Kamara's first game back. I think I'm going to stick with Tampa.
As you should.
Because...
But I gotta represent my mans.
Yeah, no, obviously, the Jameis Winston effect, the Jameis Winston theory should be in full effect. And if they come out with this dub, then I'll still believe in it. But, hey, I got to roll with Tampa.
I'm a big believer in old Big J because your knees are connected to your elbows.
Your wrists.
See that?
Come on, everybody.
What your fingers is? What your fingers is? Your toes.
We got Washington at Philly.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, Devin, but y'all don't have a chance.
If we had Heineke, I'd say we have a chance. I don't trust Sam Howell. I swear.
Sam Howell's not terrible.
He doesn't have that fire that Heineke had. Heineke played like he was a fucking drug addict who was coming back, and he fucking meant something, dude.
He did.
Football meant something to that motherfucker. Undrafted, ODU.
See, I gave up.
Don't mean shit to some prick from fucking UNC.
I gave up.
Who's been handed a basket of bread his whole life.
I gave up too quick on him.
We did,
too quick on Heineke.
But I know. I miss him.
So you're going with Philly.
Yeah, I have to, but I miss that. I miss that passion. I want some passion back in this fucking locker room.
Maybe Sam Howell can come in and passionately beat Philly.
There's not a passionate bone in that motherfucker's body.
We got Minnesota at Carolina. I think Minnesota gets their first dub of the year.
It is Andy Dalton, though. No, is Bryce Young playing? Who's playing?
I don't know. For some reason, we didn't realize that Bryce Young didn't play because he has an ankle injury.
No, I was saying that Bryce Young has an ankle injury.
Well, I remember Brandon being like, somebody was like, he's just a scratch.
Well, I kind of said that.
Yeah, you said at one point he was a scratch.
I
We were
did,
all
and then
like,
I,
what the
I
fuck?
corrected myself. I said, no, he has an injury, and that's why he's not playing. But
Either
I don't
way,
think he
bro.
wants to play.
Bro,
I don't think they want him to play.
put in Bryce Young, put in fucking Andy Dalton, put in Nick Foles. I don't give a shit. Minnesota's winning.
I'm not that confident in Minnesota, but I do think Minnesota's winning. I'm not
Minnesota's
like
winning this game, and it's not
you
gonna be
can't
close.
throw in anybody and fucking
You can throw in anybody, and Carolina's gonna suck.
Tom's
Carolina
Tom's
sucks.
whooping their ass.
Tom Brady off the couch is getting smoked right now.
Who?
Tom Brady off the couch right now is getting smoked.
Yeah, nah.
How many times?
Tom's
How many times you think
Tom's breaking
since Tom
assholes.
Brady's lost in the playoffs? How many times do you think he's picked up a football and thrown it and practiced real game scenarios?
Like once.
Yeah, I know. There's quarterbacks who have practiced all offseason and are still rusty in week 4. Tom Brady's not coming off the couch doing anything with Carolina in 2 days.
Let me say this. Every quarterback in the NFL has practiced their entire lives to be a good NFL quarterback,
Yes,
and
and
none of them
any
will come
quarterback
close to Tommy Nuts.
and any quarterback, which super glazed right there, but any quarterback that retires,
Glaze, is that the new word?
yeah, you're glazing the shit out of Tom Brady. But
I could work with
any
that.
quarterback that sat on their ass for 7 months and retired is not coming back and just gonna ball right away. There's no way. It's not happening.
No.
So yeah, put Tom Brady at on Carolina's team in 2 days, and boom, you're still gonna have Carolina losing that game because Minnesota's winning. Minnesota is not gonna be able to.
I don't even know who their coach is. It's not still Matt Rule, right? He's been gone for a while.
Your questions on. I wish we need a compilation of just Devan's questions on this podcast.
My tisms.
Your questions are hilarious. Pittsburgh at Houston.
They're pretty dumb. Who gives a fuck about the Panthers head coach?
Bro, guys, we gotta figure out.
Is it Matt Rule?
Guys,
No.
we gotta figure out where DJ Chark plays. I can't.
He's in Carolina.
I
He's
can't
in
get
Carolina.
over this.
He's in Carolina.
Pittsburgh at Houston.
Ugh. Dude, Undertaker, Houston. I like it. I'm ditching Pittsburgh. I ditched him already.
Come with Houston?
No, I don't know what I'm saying. That was a really stiff take.
I mean, I still don't think Pittsburgh is good, but like I said, Pittsburgh's got this easy ass
Their
schedule
defense.
where
I
their
forgot
defense is
about
going to
their
win this
defense.
game, and
Their defense is incredible.
I think Pittsburgh's going to win this game.
Okay, agreed. No, that was honestly me being a big dummy.
I mean, Pittsburgh's not good. Houston sucks.
Houston isn't as bad as we think they are.
Why? Because fucking what's his name throws the ball a lot. Because CJ Stroud has a lot of attempts and a lot of yards.
They have decent runners,
but they haven't done shit. Dameon Pierce has 100 yards on the season. And what's he gonna do? Run for 100 or more versus Pittsburgh? No, bro. Come on. Come on now.
What about Devin Singletary?
Fuck that guy. Vegas versus the LA Chargers.
Vegas? Okay, if the Chargers don't win this game, Brandon Staley better be fired.
I mean, bro, it's like at this point.
And no Mike Will. This is bad. And no Derwin James. And wait, so there's all right, so Mike Will out for the season.
Derwin James has been questionable since he's been in the league, so I don't really.
Obviously. But Mike Will out. Obviously, he's out for the season. And then Austin Eckler and James Derwin are doubtful.
I still think the Chargers will be.
I'm taking the Raiders. I don't care. Jimmy G's going to lock in. I trust Jimmy more than I trust Herbo because Jimmy G's made a fucking Super Bowl before.
Yeah, with a stacked Niners team.
Yeah, well, fucking Charger nuts over here as a decent team.
New England at Dallas.
I don't know why I made that last pick. I don't know, dude. I want to take Dallas, but I think they suck. I think they suck a lot.
Okay.
I think Dallas is a really bad football team.
Okay, pick New
They
England.
beat the Giants, they beat the Jets, and they lost to the Cardinals. That's a bad football team, in my opinion.
And who's New England beating?
One team.
The Jets.
They beat the Jets by 5.
They beat the Jets by 5 points.
The
So,
Pats' defense
I mean,
is better.
if you want to go with New England,
I think this is one of these weeks where I go dumb.
New
And I'm
England, New
going New
England
England.
played
I'm
the
going
Jets. All
stupid.
right, go New England. Go New England.
Being a dummy.
All right.
Because no Trayvon Diggs. Yeah, Michael Parsons. Woo. He's not winning games for this fucking team.
Yeah, you're right. Mac Jones is going to be able to avoid Michael Parsons all night. There's going to be
That O line will.
Yeah,
That O line
yeah,
that's
for sure.
not good.
Yeah, no, for sure. Arizona at San Fran.
Josh Dobbs, you know.
You know why?
San
Why
Fran.
is this game a thing? Could this game just be canceled? I mean, it's San Fran's going to put up. I mean, this is the thing. Oh, Miami put up. San Fran could put up 120 points in this game if they wanted to.
Dude, the Cardinals have put up a lot of points in all the games they've played.
Yeah, but fuck them. They suck.
But the Niners will win.
Niners will win, no question. We got KC versus the Jets. Another game. I mean, come on.
Kansas.
Come on.
Now this game would have been beautiful. A Sunday night, A-Rod, Mahomes.
And we'd be sitting here for 10 minutes trying to figure out who was going to win.
We would be sitting here for the rest of the episode.
And, well, did you hear, there's, apparently some tension in the locker room where Robert Saleh is, I guess he's being called a Zach Wilson apologist or something to that term. Something.
I've never known what that word meant.
Well, he's basically covering Zach Wilson's ass, and
he is, but everyone in America knows that if they had Aaron Rodgers, they would.
That's true, but there's I think there's people in the Jets locker room going we need to find another quarterback, and with that, I mean I don't know.
They did. Trevor Siemian.
Yeah, but Zach Wilson's still QB1, and that's a big problem. And the Jets
Can
locker
I say
room
this?
alone.
Can I say this? No one in that locker room wants Colin Kaepernick.
Bro, but
nobody?
I guarantee you there are people in that roster who would rather have Colin Kaepernick playing than Zach Wilson.
Maybe, but it's just from a passion level.
But no,
Colin would have passion.
Off a pure skill level.
Yeah, but he's 6 years
removed
from playing in the NFL.
I just said about Tom Brady, triple it down for Colin Kaepernick. I don't say start him tomorrow.
No, he's not making.
No, he's not. Colin Kaepernick is never playing in the NFL again.
But Zach Wilson should not.
It doesn't have to be Colin Kaepernick, bro. You can. You can hate on all these quarterbacks, but just remember we're talking about we're trying to replace Zach Wilson, okay? I just need you to remember that. So it's you could make a call to Carson. You could make a call to Nick Foles. You can make a call, bro. You can make a call. It's not that hard.
Now, is this a straight tank job by the Jets? Say, hey, fuck it. Maybe we can get a decent draft pick if we're not going to make the playoffs?
The problem is the Jets' defense is so good, and the Jets had so much confidence going into the season that they're going to end up winning 7 games and be screwed in the draft.
Yeah. And
I just don't see their pride letting them tank.
See, but Saleh's a little bitch, and he would definitely do that.
Maybe. But yeah, maybe.
He would do that.
Maybe
he would 100%.
Maybe give a call to Nick Foles. Maybe give a call to Carson Wentz. Maybe.
Saleh's not the same. Saleh acts like he's a dude who's like Dan Campbell and all tough guy and all cool and shit. He's not even anywhere near close to half of a dude of who Dan Campbell is. Saleh's a little baby boy.
And the final game, we got Seattle versus the New York Giants.
Gino every day, all day. DK's
Um,
gonna put a show on primetime.
See, now Seattle struggled a little bit last week versus Carolina.
Kenny Walker going dumb.
But I do like that. I do
Yes,
think
there now
Seattle should win.
we know Seattle's defense is not great,
No.
but I mean they let up 31 points by the Lions and 27 by the Panthers, 30 on the Rams. Defense is not good, but an offense that's put up 37 in 2 straight weeks, I think they're gonna rail that fucking Giants team.
Yeah, no Saquon. The Giants.
Saquon
I
was
think.
their team. The fact that they gave Daniel Jones a 40 or however many $1 million a year contract because they gave him that because Saquon made him look good, and then Saquon gets 10 mil a franchise tag and a broken ankle.
Yeah,
So
yeah. There we go. But
that's
see,
a real
okay, but see,
shot in the table.
Here's the thing, though. The Giants before Saquon got hurt. Look at it like this, because you can make the argument either way. But before Saquon got hurt, we were like, "Ooh, the Giants kind of suck." So that is a clear example of being like, "See, so what? How much better would the Giants be if Saquon was making $10 extra million while playing?" Or,
They would.
but I'm saying like you take out Saquon, who's been complaining about wanting to get paid, and they still suck. And then if he comes back and they still suck, what type of what type of impact is that going to prove? Except for you are a good running back.
Yes. Now,
We're not going to
like
win games like this.
my qualm is the fact that like the Giants were decent last year because they had a good running game
Yes, and a good defense.
and then a good defense, and then they gave him $35 million
Mm-hmm.
or 40
Yeah,
or something absurd.
yeah, no. I mean, I think that's definitely a contract that people don't talk about enough, but it's definitely going to come back to bite the Giants in the ass.
If they cared,
Daniel Jones is not him.
no, dude. Yeah, I don't want to be that dude who's like, oh, you can tell, you can see it in some of these fuckers' eyes
Yeah,
that they're not meant to be the best quarterbacks in the world. Zach Wilson, Daniel Jones,
yeah,
fucking Sam Darnold. They have bitch behind their eyes. It's just how it is. Sam Darnold has straight bitch behind his eyes. I don't. There's no other way to say it. They play scared.
Oh my
Play to a bunch of
god.
little kids.
That is hilarious. Yeah, no, there was a clip
Of Danny Jones.
of what
Where's it?
looking at the Niners. His eyes were just
Well, he always looks like that, dude.
well. There's like that
The only person
video.
who has played well with bitch behind their eyes is Eli.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe Tony.
see, there's three bad quarterback emotions you can have. You can have bitch. I think Eli was more stupid.
He was stupid. He had some
But
balls.
then there was a third one, not giving a fuck, like a Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler.
Yeah,
Johnny
like
Manziel.
Jay Cutler did not give a fuck.
No,
Like Jay
he was
Cutler's
like,
just okay, whatever. Like there's a level of there's like three different levels of quarterback. That tier of bad quarterbacks is hilarious. But I
but
mean,
the thing that I love about Jay Cutler is that he was like he treated it like he was playing beer league football.
mhm.
And he just fucking played football. And he's the Bears' leading passing yards,
Yeah,
dude.
probably. He's like, who's that one guy? He's like, yeah, or was it Blake Bortles? Like, yeah, I'd probably be a carpenter and just ripping cigs
Yeah.
if I wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
If I wasn't doing this, but yeah, no, yeah, some quarterbacks are hilarious, and Jay Cutler is one of them. But did you
Yeah.
see? Just thinking of just things. Did you see the Chandler Jones shit?
Chandler Jones gets arrested in Las Vegas. This is why it's bad to have a football team in Las Vegas.
Okay, Chandler Jones is like, and I don't want to make fun of bro if he's like going through some mental thing, but like he's a little He's having an episode. So there was a I don't know what you saw, but he was like streaming maybe on Instagram Live or something. And here, can I just play it for you? Can I just play?
Sure.
So,
But they said he violated a protective order.
well, apparently he was like in a mental hospital and like got treated. It was given like medicine and shit, like all this shit.
Oh my God.
What?
Am I a jackass? This all makes sense now.
What?
It's John Jones' brother, dude.
I was just about to say, we got to remember that this is John
I
Jones'
was like, why are
brother.
you talking about mental illness and shit? And then I realized he's fucking John Jones' brother.
Wait, they don't know what happened with Aaron Hernandez and Josh McDaniels. Wait, they don't know what happened with Aaron Hernandez and Josh McDaniels. All right,
Hold on, now let me play the full thing. Let me play the full thing because
Causing Jones to break down crying.
yeah, no, don't even. I want to play. I want to play it for you here.
All right, y'all thought Chico killed himself in jail?
No, I gotta find. Here we go. Here we go.
Obama somehow could body jump. Imagine if President Obama could somehow body jump and jump into my body. Or Aaron Hernandez.
Body jump?
Now listen.
Could somehow body jump and jump into my body. Or Aaron Hernandez. Oh, y'all don't know what Josh McDaniels really did to Aaron Hernandez? Wait, they don't know what happened with Aaron Hernandez and Josh McDaniels. All right, y'all talk to me right now. Because I'll go on a podcast about that. If y'all don't know what really happened with Aaron Hernandez, y'all thought Aaron Hernandez killed himself in jail? Y'all thought Chico killed himself in jail? Y'all thought my nigga Chico killed himself in jail?
Yeah, and then he got arrested like 2 days later.
So it says September 7th. No, September 26th. He was admitted to the hospital against his wishes and taken to a behavioral health center. And then on the 29th, he was arrested for violating his protective order.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
But I mean, if you just watch or if you just hear him talking, like that is like you can tell bro's going through something because like he's sitting there. Obviously, I mean, bro, I don't make assumptions, but like he's talking like he's stoned. Like, yo, imagine if like Obama could just like jump in my body, like.
Wait, so you think Obama body jumped?
But then he was like Aaron Hernandez, and then like starts going into that, and then he starts crying. Like it's like
Y'all don't know about Josh McDaniels, Aaron. You
I
don't
don't
know
know
what
what
Josh
that means.
McDaniels
Which
is.
I guess if you want to come on a podcast and talk about it, bro, we just have Chandler Jones next episode. Just he's like, yo, he's like, y'all don't know what Josh McDaniels did to Aaron Hernandez. I'm like, tell us, Chandler, tell us. He's tripping like
It
for an
says he
hour.
was.
Oh man.
It says here he was also caught smoking synthetic marijuana, K2.
Yeah, I would say, bro, it's on that K2. That makes that
Yeah,
makes total sense then, bro. That makes I was saying.
That seems like a big K2 reaction.
The K2 is fucked.
It's wild.
K2 is some.
But yeah, no, it did not click with me. Like I thought John Jones was like on his own, like the crazy dude. It seems like something happened to this family.
Well,
No
I
offense.
mean, mental illness is just hereditary. If there's no, I mean, obviously,
For sure.
John Jones has his history. Chandler Jones has his history.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Like honestly, when I saw the report, like, oh, Chandler Jones, I was like, the fucking D end is in the hospital in prison.
Yeah.
And then I forgot that he was John Jones' brother.
But yeah, like I feel like the Raiders though, seeing that, it's like, what do you do? You know, like
What do? You sign him to an extension.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you do though? Like, are they the ones that called it in? Like, hey, this guy needs to get, like, we need to lock
So
this guy down. Like, what's
so September 7th, which I was initially reading, stated on social media that the crisis response team was sent to his house, and he accused the Raiders of sending that member to his house.
Okay.
And then he was admitted 2-3 weeks later, and then I'm assuming tried to escape.
Which would, I mean, if you're Chandler Jones, probably got a good chance.
For sure. Unless there's weapons involved.
Yeah, try putting a stray jacket on Chandler fucking Jones.
Yeah. That is what's scary about mental illness. This guy's a football player.
He's a football player the size of his brother.
Much bigger than his
But
brother.
I'm saying, like, bro's like, I don't want to like say some crazy height, but bro's like, he's up there.
He's 6'5", 265.
He's only 6'5".
It says he's 6'5". John Jones is 6'4".
Really?
Like, John Jones probably walks around 245, 250 steps in the ring at
Okay, 6'5". I don't know why I thought Chandler was a little bit taller than
220.
that. I don't know why. Like, I thought he was like a little
6'5"
more.
is big as hell.
Yeah, but I just thought it was like a more insane thing. But sure.
Yeah. They're big dudes. They're athletic as fuck.
But yeah, no, I mean,
A little crazy.
but that definitely, like, you can just tell listening to that video, like, bro's definitely going through something. Like, and whether or not it's that, the K2, whatever, I don't want to blame it on just that, because obviously this isn't the only occurrence. Like, he's been going through shit.
Yeah.
But
Wait a sec. Arthur Jones won the Super Bowl with y'all?
did you not know
That's
that?
pretty dope. Nah.
What's important? What's Arthur Jones' importance to you?
He's the other brother.
He's the oldest.
He's the oldest.
He's the oldest. I thought
It's Arthur. It's Arthur John Chandler.
Okay, let's be real though. Out of family, like, sports siblings, they got to be up there.
No
right?
one talks about this family. This family is wild.
Let to end the podcast off. I'm glad we ended up on this conversation. Top 5 sports siblings. Top 5 sports siblings.
Sports siblings ever?
All sports.
All sports.
All sports.
Now this one's up there because it is. John Jones is the best fighter ever. He's the best mixed martial artist ever.
He's up there.
He's undefeated in the MMA. He can beat you in any possible way. If he wasn't addicted to drugs and doing some crazy shit, he'd be 40-0 right now. And he'd be even better. Chandler's all right. Arthur's all right. They're decent.
All right, but they're monsters though.
They're great football players.
Okay. What about the Watts?
The Watts are nuts.
Because you got TJ and JJ.
You've got 4 defensive players of the year.
You got TJ, JJ, and Derek.
And you got Derek. Derek's the fullback.
Derek the fullback.
They should have given him a J in his name. But, they left out DJ. All they had to do was call him DJ, and that guy's a Hall of Famer.
That's facts, but he gets in on the Watt commercials now though. He's in on the Watt commercials.
No, for sure. He's in the Watt commercials.
He gets a cut, or Tide commercials, whatever they be doing.
Now, I will say that the Watt brothers are better than the Kelsey brothers.
No, they're not.
Really?
I mean, you got
4 defensive players of the year,
3 Super Bowl rings.
Patrick Mahomes, Nick Foles. One's a center. And the other one's a tight end. He did have a lot to do with it.
I mean, okay, are you? I mean, at the end of the day, that's a different conversation. Whether or not you want to say the importance of somebody based on their personal or team success.
Like it's like
I mean,
from a
Jason Kelsey has been a part of a great offensive line, and to this day, the one of the best in the O line,
ever. Yeah.
O lines in the league.
Yeah.
Has won a Super Bowl. Travis Kelsey is going to probably go down as the second best tight end of all time.
Yeah,
And
for sure. Like when it comes to tight ends, it's not really about stats. Like,
and I know it
Tony
sounds
leads in stats.
crazy, and sorry to cut you off. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't think JJ or TJ will be considered number 1 or number 2 of all time. Like
JJ's top 5.
yes, but when I say like okay, like a defensive staple, like a defensive player, there's always been like that staple of like going back like LT, and then like the newer people talk about like Ray and this and that, but it's like the tight ends. I feel like tight ends, like maybe just, I mean, we weren't around back then, but I feel like tight ends became a more nuanced position more and more as the NFL progressed. Like I feel like tight ends got more and more athletic, more and more part of more and more receiving threats, more and more just more and more just more of a bigger impact on games. Which is why
Yes,
there's more
for certain teams.
There's more tight ends that we consider the best who played in our era compared to the best defensive player of all time.
Sure.
But if you want to talk best pass rusher of all time, you can make an argument. But at the end of the day, there's a lot more guys that you got to argue against the Watts than you do for Kelsey. It's really Gronk Kelsey.
Yes. But it's like, yeah, I mean that's very fair.
But I mean, would you put the Kelseys, the Watts, and the Jones in the top 3? Are you looking at the NBA?
All right, that's not top 3. You're forgetting the Manning.
I'm saying in the top 5 at all. Manning brothers is a great one.
All of them.
So okay, Manning's make it for sure.
I'm going through a list on the internet now.
In my
Curry's
eyes,
are out.
Curry's are out. Out. No.
Like you got one dude who's the shit and one dude who's not that shit on offense.
I'm looking at the Mannings. I'm looking at the Jones. I think those are locks in my eyes.
For sure.
I think
the Ripkins?
Sorry, buddy.
2 MVPs right there, dude.
I don't think they make the cut.
The Griffies?
Well, that's
he played with his father.
I'm gonna say that's. Are we talking siblings?
No, it was his dad.
Yeah, I know. We're talking siblings.
Oh, we are talking.
So,
siblings.
I mean, all right. I personally think the Watts, Jones, and the Kelseys all have an argument. But we're not naming any other contenders. So as of right now, that's only 4. So yeah, they make the top 5 because that's the top 5.
What about the Williams?
What Williams?
Serena Venus.
Bro.
I'm fucking with you. Dude.
I mean, I was about to say, tennis, bro. I would say I'm really not looking at tennis,
give
bro.
a fuck about tennis.
I'm sure if you ask someone that pays attention to all sports, they could give you a reason why the top 5. I'm not the guy that's going to do that. I'm looking at NFL and kind of the NBA, but to be honest with you, I can't think of brothers that were like both really good.
No.
I mean, unless like you got Gasols.
You do have Gasols.
You have the Gasols. You have the Antetokounmpos.
Whatever that means. You got 3 of them,
and I'm not looking their way at all.
You got the.
I'm not looking at the Currys.
I'm not looking at. You got the Balls, the Ball family.
I'm definitely not looking at the Balls. I don't know, bro.
What about the Harbaughs?
So then cut it down to top 3. Cut it down to the top 3 sports siblings. I think
Manning.
Okay. Are Manning's number one?
Yeah.
Are the Manning's
Yes.
number one?
Who else do you think could be number one?
I mean, I guess off like you said, team success. Sure. If it was personal success, we're kicking Eli to the fucking curb.
Well, obviously we're kicking Eli to the curb, but
So if Seth Curry's a 6-man on
like
so
no.
if Seth
Like,
Curry is
all right,
if Seth Curry is a 6-man on 2 championship teams, I'd give him like almost the same amount of credit.
but what about Jason Kelsey?
How important?
How many awards are there for centers?
But that's what I'm saying. You can't
It's hard
you can't
to.
really gauge that. You have to look at all pros. You have to look at Pro Bowls. You got to look at stuff like that. I guess
He's got
you got to look at the
5 first-team All-Pros, 6 Pro Bowls,
mm,
1 Super Bowl.
that sounds pretty good to me. I mean, he's been a great piece of a great O line, and then you got Travis Kelsey. Are the Kelseys better than the Watts? That's probably
Could
the
be.
best. That's you said you said Watts over Kelsey, but
In my heart of hearts, I believe that.
the only
From a
problem
sheer
is
dominance.
so the only problem is JJ's done, and we're not looking at Derek. We're really talking TJ and JJ.
We're talking to you.
JJ's done. TJ
Yes.
can only continue to do what he's doing. Jason
Yes.
and Travis are both continuing to
Still
do what they're
playing.
doing. And Jason, he's gonna retire soon, but Travis, Travis can win fucking 2 or 3 more Super Bowls.
I know.
And you can't make the Patrick Mahomes argument because the greatest tight end of all time played with Tom Brady's whole career.
Agreed.
So
I think you convinced me on the Kelses.
and to be honest with you,
Just looking at
do the Watts knock out the Jones? And we
in the
don't
top 3.
and the Bosa's are racist, so they don't make the fucking list.
And Joey sucks anyway. I don't give a fuck about Joey.
He don't suck, but
He don't suck.
he's
but
not Nick Bosa.
I don't like Joey. I think he's.
I don't like Nick Bosa.
Nick seems alright. Joey seems like a little. You saw Joey freak out when he was at the NFC Championship
But
last year.
like everybody has like stop the hate and like equality on the back of their helmets. I'm pretty sure his said MAGA on the back of his fucking helmet. I mean, Nick Bosa's
I doubt
a little.
that's a thing.
No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the back of his helmet. It make
Oh,
America
Nick Bosa's
great
a dude who wouldn't sign autographs for black kids. Oh shit! I forgot about that.
You figured that one out.
That
Good
makes
job.
more sense.
You figured that fucking mystery out. Wow, good job. Yeah, Nick Bosa's a little he's a little iffy. He's a little iffy.
All right, Bosa's are out.
Bosa's are definitely
Definitive
out.
list.
Um,
Definitive list. Manning's, Kelsey's, Watts, Jones.
Jones, all of them over Jones? Yeah, it's really just Chandler Jones.
It's really just John Jones.
Or excuse me, I meant to say it's really just John Jones. I mean, Chandler Jones is he's good.
Like they were both in the
Arthur
NFL.
Jones,
Chandler.
Arthur Jones was good.
You know,
Arthur Jones won a Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, they're not like yes, like you said, the Watts, the TJ and JJ are both going to go down and be considered as 2 of the greats at their positions. Same thing for the Kelseys and the Mannings. It's obviously a way different thing with them because you have like one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time and Eli Manning,
and then you got a dude who beat.
But let's be
Tom
real.
Twice.
Let's be fucking.
He was a 2-time Super Bowl MVP.
Let's be fucking real, bro. Can you put them? Let me tell you why I don't know if I can put them number 1. They're the only out of the Kelseys and out of the Kelseys, Mannings, and Watts. They're the only siblings where if you split them up, they both all right. Like Eli's only really relevant because of Peyton Manning. Like if TJ Watt and if
Yes.
it was TJ Watt and JJ Jackson, they'd both be like considered like the
Like
best, like two of the best. If it was
when people talk about TJ Watt now, they don't talk about
they don't talk about JJ
JJ.
Watt. They might, they might do have the comparison, but they're not talking about them. When people are talking about the Kelseys, like if Jason Kelsey and Travis Kelsey were not related, they'd still be talked about the same way,
Very.
and they'd still be held as high. They'd still be considered greats at their position. If Eli Manning was Eli Matthews, he's Nick Foles.
He's just the dude who beat Tom
Devin,
twice
he's Nick Foles.
with 4 Pro Bowls. That's really bad.
If Nick Foles was Nick Manning, he'd be Eli Manning.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I think I don't know if you can put maybe off the strength of Peyton Manning, you could put them number one, but I don't know, bro. Eli Manning's the weakest link out of all these brothers, and we're not considering Derek. So, out of all them brothers, he might be the weakest link.
Eli Manning has the record for the most single season or the single postseason passing yards.
Well, with that being said, I think it's time to wrap it up, Devin. We talked.
That guy is good.
We talked. We talked Thursday night football. We talked college football. We talked games.
But who's first? The Kelseys?
Are the Kelseys the best sibling duo?
No.
At this point, we're just talking NFL. But are the Kelseys the best sibling duo in the NFL?
I'm giving it to the Jones.
Fuck
That's the only goat.
Over them three?
Just for fun. Just because I don't care about the Kelseys.
Absolutely. No. Fuck nah. No way.
Fuck the Kelseys. John Jones is the greatest fighter of all time.
I guess it's time to wrap it up. I mean, we talked Thursday night football. We talked college football. We talked Dame to the Bucks. We talked all the Week 4's games. I guess, just make sure your fantasy is set for Sunday so we can talk about that next episode. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to win.
But we'll be back on Tuesday to talk all of Week 4's games, to some live reactions to Monday Night Football. Or possibly, I don't know, since it's not a doubleheader anymore, I don't know. Well, it's depending on, obviously.
Either way, we should be able to
maybe we'll see.
The second reactions.
Some reactions to Monday Night Football, fantasy, college football, some more Jeopardy, all that shit. But I guess is there any last words before we get out of here?
My toes feel warm. I think that's
okay. Well, with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. We will be back on Tuesday to talk all the shit I just listed out. I don't really want to do it again. It has been
it's hard.
Yep, it has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.
Swear!